I
know we don't. Please take your ease, be at your leisure.
In the first reign of King Douglas, Lorna, his queen, determined to find means to reward those in the kingdom whom she had found most kind and courteous to her person. The Queen's Order of Grace had been created to honor those who had been thoughtful and gracious to all. Therefore did she, as a sign of the gratitude of the Queen, establish the Queen's Cipher, which was to be a personal award from the Queen to those who had been especially thoughtful to her during her reign. The sign of the award is appended with a cipher of the particular Queen bestowing it, in token of her gratitude and appreciation. Therefore, does Her Majesty call before her this day, it's a bit of a list, but she is thankful. Alice de Obs, Anne of Bradford, Antonio Giordano da Sicilia, Aurelia Dusant, Baylor Mac Gillikin, Tingen Mac Ulkin, Johnny Nye, Demir, Ekaterina Veshnikova, Elena Fekris, Alishka, Ernie Torvaldsdottir, Fabian Annette van Schwessingen, Gulane Kazari. If I am mangling your names, please apologize, no glasses. Haley An Akgil, Helga Skjoldmer, Jonathan McKay, Karin Hakonsdatter, Karius Hutzelman, Kennehild Le Libreri, Una Bond, Thierry Avodsdatter, Carolyn Norton, Ashlyn Meir of Ravensloft, Kara Baraksdatter, and Uther de Hund.
So when you all agreed to be on court or to do the different things for us, it's supposed to be a short period of time, and we all stuck with it for much longer than any of us thought it would like. So I wanted to thank all of you for all of this.
Normally we're supposed to be silent and take your Majesty, I want to say, both of your Majesties, thank you so much for leading us in such a time, and being so gracious, and continuing to ask us questions. There was no moment in time where you assumed, which made it every decision easy. We want to be here for both of you.
You're all the ones who happen to be on site right now. We have found your courtesy and your consideration most pleasing, and are happy to grant you this sign of our favor.
Love you.
We love you forever, Queen.
For the recipients of the Queen's Cipher, hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip hip!
Huzzah!
After you.
No, big not on the side.
Okay, yeah.
Let the following individuals come before their majesties. Anya Inyan Finn, Breck de Gel, which I know I just mangled, but Breck. Catriona Inyan is Shonahit. Nope, it's Gaelic. Kaylin Rose, Demir, Eleonora O'Connor, Elsie Hunavut, Haley and Ike Gill, Casey of the Westermark, Kennehild Le Libreri, Lucia Sabine, Mish White, Rhiannon Boyle, Sylvie Le Chaudinier, Thorkatla Ingvarsdata. And Lord help me. Last one.
Welcome, King and Madam. Thank you.
Yeah! Go on! It is the privilege of the crown to recognize those who contribute to the well-being of their majesties and of the kingdom. The crown's favor is given as a sign of this recognition.
So you all stood out as helpers for both of us, and since it was a beefy rain, you guys get some beefy
Thank you is so inadequate in these moments, but I hope you know that we're saying thank you a lot today, but it doesn't make this moment any less meaningful to have all of you and the things we've had with you. Really, it's been an amazing time, and only made possible by how kind you guys are.
For you, thank you. Okay, everybody got one, right? Okay. Thank you all so much, and thank you for hanging in there and not giving up on us.
For these individuals who have received the favor of the crown, hip hip! Huzzah! Hip, huzzah! Hip, huzzah! Okay. Their Majesties at this time, well, Her Majesty specifically, would call those members of her court to attend her at this time.
All y'all.
All y'all.
Southern show a little. I should have left one of you back there to hand me that.
Yeah, whoops.
He's on it, I think. See, he's on it. He's that good. Aren't you supposed to be on Demir's part of this? Yes. So we wanted to give you all a little token, and we got a couple of things. So he's got the wine, and I have the little gift bags.
Red or white?
Thank you.
The best birthday party ever. You get a goodie bag.
Red or white? Oh, I can't do white. Red or white? Red or white?
Your Majesty, my sister, stand next to my sister.
Red or white? Red or white? Okay. Red or white?
Is that everybody?
Did anybody not get wine? But you've done so much. I'm giving you a bottle of white and red.
Thank you, man.
So the rest of the kingdom got to experience the event this weekend because this person gave his time and his expertise. A bottle of white and a bottle of red. Thank you.
It held good?
Wait, why am I being yelled at? Besides Demir.
Because you're carrying a cake.
Okay.
We decided we would prepare you for your accounting. So, we gave you something to fight scurvy, sobriety, and unwanted advances.
Oh no! She needs to look at that knife.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Sorry,
I'm a firm believer that you only give somebody you truly love a knife.
Yes.
so Your Majesty, that was actually hand-forged by a friend of mine out of the kingdom, who I called, and he said, I will make her, so he He's supposed to be on forest and fire, actually. And he made that specifically for you and asked me, how big are her hands? And make sure that Uther cannot steal it from you. It will not fit in his hand. It is made for you.
Is this out of Maidville?
No, he's actually out of Artemisia.
Okay,
It
beautiful.
does. It actually fits perfect.
And so he sends his love.
Yeah, I'll for sure take that.
Whoa, careful.
Also, please note that is actually true.
Kind of don't want to go away that night.
I just expressed a lot of inadequate comments. But all of you, the thing I know is my queen was always amazed, joyous, wild. And as a king, I've never wanted more than my queen to be happy, enjoy her reign, and to be able to tolerate me at the best of times. And because of all of you, that was all very possible. And I appreciate all the kindness you gave to me, but I'm most impressed by how you made my queen feel so special, and you gave her the gift of feeling royal. Thank you all for your generosity.
Thank you all so much. You have our leave to depart, although I don't want to let you, but I have to.
Now going forth. Hip, hip. Let the before her Aldana Doker Fedor, Aurelia Dosant, Celestria Textrix, Christina of Dangle Tor, Cillian Sterling, Elena Vertrees, Genevieve de Vedome, Gita Baird, House Comitas, Khalida bin Said Al Attar, Murin Ingen Braun, Sorsha Kerman, Talina Di Giuseppe da Fisol, Thierry Alves Asfaldaughter, Tuja Tatiana Susedova, Tira Lipusdotter.
So you are some of the people. Oh, run! No, don't run, don't run. You are some of the people who were kind enough to donate large funds to us, give us gifts to give out at awards and all of those things. And we wanted to recognize your generosity to us and to the kingdom. And without you, we would not have looked as awesome at Inner Kingdom Wars. We got to show off the amazing arts and sciences of the kingdom. So we wanted to thank you and recognize you all. They are unstrung, so you can do whatever you want with them. Shall I read the proclamation? Yes, just read the proclamation.
The Queen, in her generosity, gives such gifts as she wishes, but without the selfless talents of those who create them, her coffers would lie barren of such riches. Therefore does Her Majesty grant each of these that have been named in this court the honor of the Queen's treasure.
Thank you all.
For the newest members of the Order of the Queen's Treasure, hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! And let me go ahead and take the next one. You got it. Thank you. In the reign of King Hagen, Ruth his queen, and a note. Determined to find means to honor those in the kingdom who had been exceptional in gracious behavior. As was the custom in those days, it was not within her power to grant awards of arms, for that was the prerogative of her lord the king. Therefore did she, as a sign of the favor of the queen, establish the Queen's Order of Grace. And the sign of the order is a pendant in the form of a crowned rose with a pearl pendant from it. And it is given by the Queen to those whom she finds thoughtful of all in the kingdom, dignified in carriage, and gracious in spirit and in thought. Therefore does Her Majesty call before her this day, Kinnehild de Librari.
Kunhild, we have found you to be worthy of this honor. and I can't actually express how much pleasure I take in being able to award it to you.
For Coonahild, the newest member of the Queen's Order of Grace. Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Tomorrow morning. The next order of business is tomorrow morning. Okay. Actually, you want to do it? Okay. I have to. Okay. The Queen's Order of Grace is given to those who are gracious and courteous to all, and the Queen's cipher to those who are a special assistance to Her Majesty. But there are others even more vital to the Queen, those she finds critical to the success of her reign. For when the tears of the Queen fall, there are a few who catch them. And when the grace of Her Majesty falters, there are few who restore her balance. Vigilance, compassion, and determination mark those who are able to assist the Queen in maintaining her position. To honor these few, the Queen's Order of Maintenance was established. The token of the order shall always include a teardrop to symbolize the tears caught and held. Therefore does Her Majesty call before her this day, Uther Sherman de Hunt, Domamir Vlatko Sin.
So I don't know that I would have made it through 92. I really don't. Anytime I needed someone. And you checked on me all the time, all through the pandemic. You called and you made sure I was okay. I think you were. And you're the only one. You really are. And I know that was hard to do. I'm sorry. But,
You were amazing. It was my pleasure. And they were the most wonderful afternoon chats.
so thank you.
For Uther and Damomir, newest orders of the Queen's Order of Maintenance. Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Let Dustin Thorne come forward and kneel before Her Majesty.
When I go up, I'll give you the high sign.
You look very smart and dashing. I appreciate that about you.
I wish you were here.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
My apologies while the herald goes looking for things. Thank you. As Dustin Thorne is before Her Majesty.
Dustin, we are minded to name you our Kingdom Breaker champion. Will you accept from us this honor?
I will.
Repeat after me.
I here swear
I here swear
to protect and defend my queen in any way
to protect and defend my queen in any way
that is within my power,
that is within my power,
to come to her aid
to come to her aid
whenever she is in need of my blade,
whenever she is in need of my blade,
and to treat courteously with all,
and to treat courteously with all,
that I may bring her honor on the field.
that I may bring her honor on the field.
So say I.
So say I, Dustin Bull.
We ask that you wear this baldric or cloak as symbols of your office. That all may know you as our champion. With our thanks. Sword. It's also
For the new Kingdom Rapier champion, hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! I did it during COVID.
The barony of the Westermark has a presentation for their majesties.
Would you like to hold its leash?
I will. Absolutely. Stay. Lighter than the rest.
Good Westermark, be welcome. Please approach the throne.
Your Excellencies.
You guys want to move forward? The sea is right below you.
Come forward. There's pillows. Please take the pillows. The pillows are awesome.
they're pushing on.
Tell him to take the pillow.
Times have been trying, but our artisans have worked very hard during the pandemic. Because while we cannot go out and do things and make war, we can stay home and make beautiful things. So here is some of our bounty.
We feel this generosity when we look at Westermark with a favored laugh, because what I've learned from Westermark is how much fun it is to be with your friends, how important it is to laugh and do a silly play, tell an off-colored joke, and oftentimes make fun of the king. So you guys didn't do that this time. I feel extra special. Thank you. And I look forward to spending more time with you. 3 cheers for Westermark.
3 cheers for the barony of Westermark and their presentation to their majesties. Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Know that everything in here was made in our barony factory.
I love how colorful that is.
Yes, every color of the barony of the Westermark.
That is amazing.
The Wonder Westermark women.
No wonder Westermark.
We can live up to each a little bit of mercy. Yes.
Her Majesty at this time calls all members of her guard to attend her.
Duncan, this is you too. Where's your guard baldric, dude? We're the troublemakers. It's okay. Okay, I guess I don't have extra knives. So, thank you all. And thank you for sticking with it for an extraordinarily long period of time. I appreciated all the people who checked in on me and participation in the online Zoom stuff, which know about it. But thank you. And unfortunately, I have to leave. So, thank you for your service. Yeah.
Isn't he been an honor? But I will hunt you both down.
Well, y'all are released. I would ask that if anyone needs assistance and support tomorrow morning, you won't, but you can stand by.
Thank you all for your service.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Probably go send that in.
The strength and stability of the kingdom lies in these virtues of the people: prowess, creativity, and service. For if any of these are lacking, the kingdom fails. The servants of the crown, supported by their efforts and with their dedication, preserve the kingdom from extinction. Let the members of the Order of the Pelican attend upon their majesties. Away from the bees, please.
If you could, like this side could kneel maybe, or thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yep.
I'm sorry.
We are reminded to admit Crystalique to the Order of the Pelican. Have her brought before us, please.
Let Chris. Oh, sorry.
As you have commanded, I bring before you Crystal Leak, who has been Kingdom Constable for the last 3 years and has served in many offices to the benefit of the kingdom for the last 30 years.
Could you sit fellows? Crystalique, we are reminded to admit you to the Order of the Pelican. Will you accept this honor from our hands? Can I please have her spokespeople stand forward and make themselves known so I may call on them to speak of her qualities? For she's a woman of great worth in our kingdom, and these words should go. Excellent. I would ask my old friend, please speak.
Your Majesty, I bring a missive from Sir Bjorn, who would wish to be here on this momentous day. Your Majesty, Your Highnesses, and all others who gather in welcome fellowship here, please hear the words of Sir Bjorn, Jarl Sofar of Bearhaven. As a knight, one must consider how best to fight the enemies of the kingdom. But who are these enemies, we might ask? Antir, Aichenbelt, lawyers? No, none of these are true or enduring threat. For far more insidious foes that have real power to endanger our society, apathy and boredom. And Crystal has wielded the mighty weapons against these villains. Weapons like shared laughter, gleeful inspiration, and the brilliance of her art to emerge victorious against yawns of disinterest and the color beige. As a knight, I myself am inspired to fight these enemies of our realm, and Crystal's body of work is one of the best reasons why I am therefore deeply honored to commend Crystal Leak to your Majesties for the elevation to the Order of the Pelican. I, for my part, Sir Neil Greenstone, do agree with my brother's words. I would add that Crystal brings a quiet determination and ferocity to every task, for her word is her deed. She will allow no barrier to prevent her from fulfilling what she has said she will do. She happily travels from deep behind the redwood curtain just to greet us all with a cheerful smile, all to ensure that the kingdom will endure. Her strength matches that of any of my order, and I am truly pleased that you recognize her today as my peer.
Your Majesties, as a member of the Order of Defense, prowess is one of the paramount qualities that we strive for. As a steel fighter, finesse is a part of that prowess. Your subject, through her time as constable, has figured out how to finesse commands to seem like they may have even been the other person's original idea. She knows how to get things done. She knows how to protect this kingdom. She has done it beautifully. The things she has done for Alicia cannot be listed, for we would be here for. She is truly a great member of your populace and fully deserving of such honors. And it is my pleasure to be able to speak to her.
Thank you for those noble words. And would you also share?
Your Majesty, I bring words from Hilary the Puppeteer. Unto your Majesties and to this august body does Hilary the Puppeteer send greetings. I can attest as a laurel that Crystal has given countless hours in support of the arts and sciences in the West, as well as Cailles. She has worked tirelessly to encourage and inspire many members of the populace who might have otherwise felt alone in their labors. Over these years of service, she has not only honed her skill as an artist, but more importantly to this order, as an effective leader and catalyst in the arts community. Qualities very near and dear to my heart. Therefore, I am pleased and honored to commend her to your Majesties in support of her elevation to the Order of the Pelican.
These are truly inspiring words. Chris, two more.
Yeah,
No, I loved it. I just, I thought you were like not just kneeling.
No, I understand. I stood up. As a member of the Order of the Pelican, I've worked with Crystal these last few years as the executor, closely, looking constable as Gate, tirelessly. She has what absolutely anybody who should be working with money has, and that is integrity. 100%. We all make mistakes happen, but she owns up to them. I own up to them when I make mistakes. Because sometimes you forget how to use a calculator. you wouldn't think that happens, but it does happen sometimes. But she is true to what she does and what she believes in, and she's here to serve the society, and she is my peer.
Well said, Edmund. Well said.
When I speak as a member of the Order of the Rose, I choose to speak of virtues. And the virtue I would speak of today is steadfastness. Because Crystal is always true to her beliefs. She believes in the society that we share. She believes in her friends and her friendships, even beyond the grave. And she believes in herself. You've heard several speak of a 30-year work record. Most people would have given up a dream of peerage long ago. Crystal held her dream until you could make it a reality. She is my peer, and more important, she is my friend. And I value and honor her with my entire being.
Crystal Lake, have you spoken to your Pelican? Has she released you from your fealty? Your Majesty should come see you plain up fealty. She wishes to swear on the fire.
So, remember, the oath is over here. So we're gonna come back. Like, we're gonna. I promise we're gonna bring him back. Crystal League, will you now give us your word that you will henceforth comport yourself as befits a peer of our realm, and that you will attempt in all your endeavors to be a noble example to our people?
I will. Will you promise further that you will treat all with courtesy and to uphold the laws and traditions of our people?
Then
Look like a little band.
please now swear oath to the crown and kingdom of the West, so all may know that you are truly one of ours.
To your liege and before your peers, swear your oath. Here do I swear by mouth and hand.
Here do I swear by mouth and hand.
Fealty and service to the crown and kingdom of the West.
To the crown and kingdom of the West.
To speak and to be silent.
To speak and to be silent.
To come and to know.
To come and to go.
To strike and to spare.
To strike and to spare.
To do and to let be.
To do and to let be.
In such matters.
In such matters.
As concern the kingdom.
As concern the kingdom.
On my honor.
On my honor.
And the lawful command of the crown.
On the lawful command of the crown.
In need or in plenty.
In need or in plenty.
In peace or in war.
In peace or in war.
In living or in dying.
In living or in dying.
From this hour henceforth.
From this hour henceforth.
Until the king depart from his throne.
Until the king depart from his throne.
Or death take me.
Or death take me.
Or the Lord.
Or the Lord.
So say I.
So say I.
And we, for our part, do hear this oath, and we further swear to support, protect, and defend you back, Crystal League. It is a good moment, and I've known you for a long time, and I'm blessed to have you. Let me start over. This we hear, nor do we fail to remember, and we, for our part, do swear fealty to you, Crystal League, to protect, defend you with all of our household, with all of our power, till we depart our throne, death take us, or the world end. So say we, Uther, King of the West.
So also say we, dear King of the West.
We now proclaim you, Crystal League, Mistress of the Pelican. Magnifica, the Pelican. Is there a token?
I have a short word from your Pelican who really wishes she could be here. She is so proud of you. You were one of those people that has never been out of a position, has helped everyone within and without the SCA. You were such a big help when the fires hit our town. She is so very proud of you, and so am I. And I wasn't going to cry, but right, it's okay. Can you give yourself a wonderful phone? But so, the token. The token has a short, spotty history. And a pen. And short, spotty history. It comes from the hand of Jeffrey Scott, so it needs to be cleaned. And repainted. I'm sure you will make it sparkle. But it came from his hand, so I didn't clean it. So, but I got it for you. And from Jeffy, it was given from Sidonia to Corwin, who it started with Duquesne de Pommier. This is the Ermine Company Pelican, and he wanted to have it. He was so happy to be able to pass it on. Remember,
These words, this token is a sign of dignity.
Your Majesty, there is a second token.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Service takes many forms, long hours, thankless tasks, late night firewalks, and early morning. The Constable Medallion is one of the most revered and respected medallions, one of the oldest medallions in the
We are pleased to offer Crystal this medallion as the 15th bearer of this medallion. Do I have permission to read the winnings of this?
Please tell everyone what it's worth.
This medallion was created in 1974, so early, for Falcon. Past the Balin the Hunter. Johann von Rottenfeld followed that. Kara of Golden Rivers. Kendra of Drakestone, followed by Michael of Worcester, followed by Wolfstan Darlston, followed by Ivan Ivanovich Svetlov, followed by Christoph de Avignon, then Gwyn Truith ap Lear, followed by Nara von Abraham, Sven Gottfriedson, myself, Francisco de Salamanca, Abu Shahid Malik al-Haddad, and Calista Coleman. Because of the abruptness of this offer and acceptance and ceremony, when you return to Alicia, you will be placed on this screen. I have a small poster. This is the combat badges from Louisiana National Guard. There is no more fitting badge for constables. So, take that.
Let her be robed as it befits her state news station.
It's certainly not too cold.
Arise and greet your peers. Let the proclamation be read. If you'd hug her towards the back of court.
I get first time. Be it known that their majesties, Uther and Bera, sovereigns of the West, do on this day elevate their subject, Crystal League, to the purest of this kingdom, and do it his them the right noble order of the Pelican. And they do grant unto them, by letter patent, these arms, azure on a carbuncle argent and a base rainy ore, to bear and to hold without let or hindrance throughout the realm, done by our word and hand, this 5th day of September in the 56th year of the Kingdom of the West. Uther Rex Occidentalis Vera Regina. Her Majesty at this time calls those members of her artisans to attend her at this point. And her laurel counselor.
Yes, you stand. So, thank you all for being my artisans. I am so proud of you. You served a lot longer than planned and in some very new and unique ways. The artisan display that you all organized and put on for Junecrown last year was spectacular, and I am so proud of all of you for everything you have accomplished. And you've definitely brought a lot of honor. Thank you, but unfortunately, I have to release you. Yes. Thank you all. Fly be free.
Long live the Queen of the West!
Long live the Queen of the West!
The strength and stability of the kingdom lie in these virtues of its people: service, prowess, and creativity. For if any of these are lacking, the kingdom fails. The artists and artisans of the kingdom glorify it with their work, and the teaching of their skill brings to it the light of learning. Let the members of the Order of the Laurel attend upon their majesties.
Let me trade you.
Go, boy.
Well, we're trying not to go. Because you can kneel here.
Yeah.
I'll take the pillow. Okay. Here, come share with me. Okay. You need to stay standing. Please stay standing. Can you see okay?
Order. We had a great discussion this morning in council. We were all agreed that Mark Darendale should be elevated to your Order of the Laurel. Are we still in agreement?
Yes.
Let the candidate come forward. Mark Darendale, please come to the Crown of the West. We are reminded to admit you to the Order of the Laurel. Will you receive this honor from our hands?
I will.
We have their spokesperson come forward and tell us of all the things that he has done.
Your Majesties, I'm simply Antonio. I wear no regalia. I am, in fact, a laurel. I was a laurel until I was recognized by the crown. Mark is my peer. He was a laurel even before he was recognized. He researched and he taught. And before anyone says, well, he's a knight, of course he taught. Does anybody know who Lichtenauer is? Sigismund Ringneck? Real person. Joachim Meyer? Okay, some of you. This is a man who has taken a compendium of great masters of the sword, period masters of the sword, and he has put them together and has assimilated all this information into a compendium. He teaches from these period masters. He has distinguished each one of these period masters, one from the other, showing their lineage. This is an individual who has taught collegium. I begged him as collegium chancellor to teach. And his class was magnificent. 2 hours. I could have watched another 2. This is a man who not only sat, researched, taught online, but teaches, and teaches more. If you talk about an artisan, yes, there are people who make beautiful clothes. Ah, that's a laurel. People who make beautiful pottery or beautiful chairs out of wood. Ah, that's a laurel. There's substance there. Someone who does fine jewelry. Ah, there's substance there. But here is a man who enriches all of us. And all we have to do is ask, and he will teach. And it's this man that this crown has recognized as a laurel. For without the regalia, he has always been a teacher. He's always been a researcher. Your Majesty, thank you for the opportunity to speak for Mark. I appreciate it so much.
Mark, will you now give us your word that you will henceforth comport yourself as befits a peer of our realm, as you most assuredly have done until now, and that you will remain a noble example to our people?
And will you further promise to treat all with courtesy and to uphold the laws and traditions of our kingdom?
Do now swear your fealty to the kingdom for this order.
To your liege and before your peers, swear your oath.
I do swear by mouth and fealty and service to the Crown and Kingdom of the West. To speak and to be silent, to come and to go, to strike and to spare, to do and to let be. Such matters as concern the kingdom, on my honor, in the lawful command of the Crown. In need or in plenty, in peace or in war, in living or in dying, from this hour henceforth. Until the king depart from his throne, or death take good, or the world ends. So say I, Matthew Baker.
This we do here, nor will we fail to remember, and for our part, we do fealty to you, Mark Darrendale, and we further swear to support, protect, and defend you and your household, and all that look to you for succor, till we depart our throne, death take us, or the world end. So say we, Uther, King of the West.
So also say we, Vera, Queen of the West.
And we now, Uther, proclaim you a lord of the West Kingdom. Is there a token?
A token is coming from Sylvie Le Chardonnay, but I have gotten a stand-in for now. The chain was donated by Sir Lantal.
I always thought the Queen was a much more elegant person and represents all arts and beauty from her. For this token is a symbol of your fealty to your new station as a laurel of the West Kingdom. Arise now. Greet your peers. And know what a pleasure it is. I got to stand here this moment with you. I'm so impressed by what you've done. Thank you for your generosity to our kingdom. Three cheers for the newest laurel of the West. Hip hip! Yes, hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Now greet your peers and hug him lots in the back.
Be it known that their majesties, Uther and Vera, sovereigns of the West, do on this day elevate their subject, Mark Darrendale, to the right noble order of the laurel, and do confirm his right to bear by arms, by letters patent to wit, Sable, a tree blasted and eradicated between 6 mullets of 4 points, 3 and 3, a Borgia embattled argent. Done by our word and hands this 5th day of September in the 56th year of the Kingdom of the West, Uther, Rex Occidentalis, Vera Regina.
So, thank you all so much for joining us. This has been a spectacular event. You braved everything with us. You braved having to change sites. You braved weather, and you stuck by us, and we appreciate it. So thank you all so much.
I'll save my advice for tomorrow, because this is my swan song, but I couldn't ask for more confident heirs. And to see two people so in love with each other and delighted in each other, I believe that radiance of the natural light will reflect upon the kingdom when we give them the thrones, and it's with joy. I hope you'll celebrate with them tonight and let them know it's going to be an amazing reign. You're going to have the best time because you have the best people. Thank you all, West Kingdom.
I have more. Because I'm forgetful, that's why I have a demure. And this was something I did not want to forget, and luckily I had him to be my brain. This event could not have happened without a lot of people who volunteered and put in a lot of work and time. And so I would like to thank the list staff, the people who herald, the people who marshaled, all of the people that made this event happen. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You make our society happen. Thank you.
For all those who served to make this event possible, hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Let it also be known that at sundown in the Schweitzigen Day Shade is Her Majesty's Rose Party, or County Party. Come join the fun.
There being no further business before this court, long live the king!
Long live the king!
Long live the queen!
Long live the queen!
Long live the crown prince and crown princess of the West!
Long live the crown prince and crown princess of the West!
Long live the prince and princess of the mists!
Long live the prince and princess of the mist!
Long live the prince and princess of Sinagua!
Long live the prince and princess of Sinagua!
And for the prince and princess of Oertha, hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Go party!
BFP going on.